Congratulations on your new puppy. This is a very exciting moment for you, and we're very blessed and fortunate to have been a part of it. So, we wanted to give you the necessary information. We call it Puppy Care 101. It's just stuff that you should know to help you be the best parents you can be to your new puppy. Help your puppy thrive, and we're blessed to have been a part of it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to uh, give you some information in regards to maintaining the puppy, taking care of the puppy, and things to expect over the next few weeks. So, we're going to give you this informative video, and then following that, we're going to provide you with a quiz just to make sure that you retained all the necessary information. All right. And then when we deliver the puppy, you're going to get a great puppy certificate saying that you're well equipped and you have all the necessary information, whether or not you have a puppy or don't have a puppy, whether you're a first time puppy owner or you've been doing this for years. Our main objective is to make sure that you have a happy and healthy puppy. So, the first thing we want to go over is kennel cough. Now, kennel cough. Puppies can't give it to us, we can't give anything to them. And just like a baby, these puppies have underdeveloped immune systems. Remember, 8 to 12 weeks old, just like an 8 to 12-week-old child. You don't want to overly expose them to pathogens. You don't want to stress their body out. So something you want to be aware of is when you hear the sound, it sounds like a... You could laugh at that. It sounds pretty funny. Or you hear like a... And then you go to your spouse, you go to your family member. Did somebody hear something? Did somebody hear the puppy sneeze? Was that like a backwards like cough? If you hear that, you need to let us know immediately. Whether the puppy came from a store, a breeder, a hotel. It's called kennel cough. And what happens is, since puppies can't communicate, like when I'm sick, for example, I want to rest, I want to sleep, I'll take some echinacea, I'll take some Zycan. I'm able to communicate it. But with puppies, they just want to run around and play and play and play. They don't know their limitations. Now, a human's incubation period is 10 days. A puppy's incubation period is 14 days. So we need to make sure that the puppies get 10 minutes of playtime, followed by a necessary 2 hours of rest. This is very, very important, particularly for the first 30 days. So, and now when I talk about playtime, we're talking about natural play. We're on the ground, on the floor, the puppy's playing with us. We don't want to be throwing the ball. We don't want to be pulling rope, anything strenuous, jumping. We don't want to stress the puppy out. Remember, the puppy's young, and we want to make sure that the puppy's immune system is at its strongest while the puppy's still an infant. So as I said, you want, for 30 days, 10 minutes of playtime, followed by 2 hours of rest time. 30 days is a magical number. For 30 days also, you want your puppy to stay indoors. If you have another dog, you also want the puppy ideally to stay away from the other dog for approximately 2 weeks. The reason being, your puppy's up to date on shots, but there's still more shots that need to be provided to the puppy. So we don't want to expose your puppy to a pathogen that they're not protected against, okay? So for 30 days, no dog parks, no bringing the puppy to Petco, no going to other people's homes that have other animals. They have an immune system that is able to fight off certain pathogens, but your puppy doesn't have that since they're only 8 to 12 weeks old. So for 30 days, you want your puppy away from other animals. So once again, that 30-day number comes back into play. For 30 days, you want to keep the puppy indoors. In regards to potty training, that's going to be indoors as well. As you well know, ticks, raccoons, highly prevalent. And what happens, for example, raccoons, they urinate on the grass. If a puppy steps on the area where a raccoon may have urinated, there's an awful disease that may happen to the puppy. The puppy may get it. They lick their paws, and now they'll have what they call leptospirosis. Now, all puppies get 2 leptospirosis shots. At this point, probably the puppy won't have both shots. So for 30 days, you want to keep the puppy indoors. You want to wee pad train the puppy indoors, either on like a floor Or you could also use, some people use like a 55-gallon totes, those storage bins, those plastic storage bins. You can get them at Home Depot or Staples. Um, you put the wee pads on the bottom, you put the puppy in the bin so they can't jump out. Once they urinate or defecate, you give them positive reinforcement and their paper training. Now, you could always transition that to the outdoors after your 30 days. But for 30 days, you want to keep the puppy indoors. Uh, Sometimes if you have like a cement or like a brick or wooden patio out back, you can use it. Only if you put the puppy on a leash, you walk the puppy out, let the puppy urinate or defecate, and then promptly bring the puppy back indoors. You do not want them walking on grass in front of your home. A bad idea. Neighbors are walking down the road, they have their dog with them, you send greetings, and then sooner than later, your puppy and their puppy are nose to nose, and they're able to transfer a pathogen to your puppy with an underdeveloped immune system. So, not a good idea. As you can tell, we really strongly suggest training the puppy indoors. All activities should be indoors. You want to keep the puppy indoors for 30 days. That means no trips to Petco, no going to people's homes, that have other dogs, and keeping them off that grass. Most importantly, keeping them off that grass. If it's cold, if it's winter and it's cold outside, we strongly suggest, whether it's a Yorkie or a German Shepherd, puppies need to stay indoors. No outside whatsoever, no matter what, no exceptions. We just want to make sure the puppy's happy and healthy. And as a parent, to a puppy, just like a parent to a child, you wouldn't want to take risks in regards to your loved one. That's why we're telling you, keep that puppy indoors for 30 days. Now, upon receiving your shot records, upon getting the puppy, you're going to show our vet these shot records, and they'll let you know what shots need to be taken and when. So, going back to the topic of kennel cough, we stress this because it's just very important. 411 is better than 911. We want to give you the necessary information, things to look out for. So if you hear that sound or that's a sound that puppies make. It's not a hiccup. It's not a sneeze. That may be a sign that it's kennel cough. And quite frankly, wouldn't you rather the professionals let you know, yes, the puppy's sick, or no, the puppy's well? So you have 5 years of free vet services that cover this type of situation. So if that happens, if you hear it, don't procrastinate. Let us know immediately. Let your vet know immediately. We're going to set up an appointment with the vet and make sure everything's perfect. So if you hear that sound, you're going to call us and let us know. You're going to call the vet and set up an appointment and let us know when the appointment is. What happens is that puppies don't sweat. Puppies pant. So if the puppy has a cold and there's phlegm in the throat, and this is one of the things we tell you, don't over exercise your puppy. If the puppy has phlegm in its throat and the puppy is exercising, the panting is more prevalent, it's more frequent, and it's a deeper pant. So if that phlegm goes from the throat into the lungs, now your puppy has an upper respiratory infection, and that turns into a secondary infection, pneumonia. That's why it's so prevalent for puppies to get it, because they don't sweat, they pant. And if that phlegm goes into the lung, the puppy is very sick. So upon hearing that sound, if you hear it, you're going to let us know, you're going to let the vet know. We're going to send you 2 texts every single day following receiving your puppy. We're going to want to know how the puppy's doing. If you hear something, let us know. We read every single text message. So you want to keep us informed. As I said, 411 is better than 911. So be vigilant. Don't wait. Now, if the puppy, say you hear the puppy cough at night, let us know. Shoot us a text. I don't care what time it is. Let us know. The next morning, let's follow up and we'll get you to the vet immediately. But sleep, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. We just don't want this, if the puppy does cough, for you to wait on this for a few days, and just see what happens. As you can tell, your puppy's health and well-being is utmost important. That's why we strongly suggest that you use our vet. You get 5 years of free treatment that cover any and all sick visits. We also give you a 5-year life guarantee if you keep the puppy on the same pet food and supplementation program. So obviously, it would be in our best interest, since we give you a 5-year life guarantee, to provide you with the highest quality vet. Our vet sees such a large volume of puppies. I would never go to my son's pediatrician. Like, he shouldn't be going to my doctor. This vet specializes with puppies. They see such a tremendous volume of puppies. So they're also free. So your best interest is our vet's best interest, and that's the puppy. We've had situations where people use their own vet, and I'm not a vet, but we've had stories where they say, my puppy was treated with Clavamox or Cephadrops, they had kennel cough, and our vet used that medication, and now they have pneumonia. And I'll tell them, well, why would our vet, what did our vet say? They said, we didn't use your vet. So we're giving you 5 years of free treatment for any and all sick visits, so use it. Take advantage of it. Since it's free, you have nothing to lose, and that we gave you the best vet. So if the puppy ever got sick, the puppy will get treated immediately, appropriately. Um, you know, Sometimes people say, vets will say, oh, it's viral, just sit it out. And then, as I said, puppies don't sweat and they pant, they get kennel cough, now they have pneumonia. So we don't want that to happen. We want to see our puppies well. So keeping that in mind, statistically, during the winter, normally about 7 out of 10 puppies will get kennel cough. During the spring and summer, about 2 out of 10. During the fall, about 4 or 5 out of 10. So, keep that in mind, and that's why we strongly suggest to use our vet. They're phenomenal. Keep us informed, so if the puppy ever got sick circumstantially, you let us know, let our vet know, and then keep us informed. We're here for you. We're here for your puppy. That's, the most important thing.